Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Renee Box Young, a platform where we simply discuss, critique, and analyze, and simply discuss the sport of boxing in a level-headed, mature, coherent fashion. Definitely, man. Subscribers since day one. Recent subscribers, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks so much for tuning into my flash lives. You know, the previously scheduled lives, which I don't really do too often at all. I do the flash lives a lot more. Premieres of my videos such as this, thank you so much. Playback family, salute to each and every one of you. I thank you guys so much, you know, for the comments in the comment sections of the videos, in my community posts, etc., etc. You can also follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. The handles are there in the description below, okay? Also, if you feel like supporting, you can go ahead and support in PayPal. Also in the description, you can check it out. I appreciate you guys all. Thanks so much. You know, if you're new to this channel, if you love the sport of boxing, this is a place for you, okay? Go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and hit the notification bell. It's as simple as that. We don't complicate life here, ladies and gentlemen. And I definitely want to, you know, talk about the fights the couple fights, okay? It was on the, you know, the zone platform. You know, got to take some time out to definitely appreciate, you know, the sport, ladies and gentlemen, and especially what we saw in the co-main and the main event. Sorry if you hear my voice kind of weird. You know, I've kind of been under the weather just a little bit. We're getting out of it, though, definitely, man, thankfully. Check this out. I got to start by saying this. I've said it several times before when it comes to these divisions, you know, and talk of these divisions. You know, we talk about Chocolatito, you know, Estrada, you know, the 115, you know, pounders, smaller guys, you know, 126, you know, the smaller guys, man. I'm telling you, 112, if I'm not mistaken. That's where Julio Cesar Martinez, you know, he came from 112, moved up to 115 to fight Chocolatito. You know, we got to give a lot of respect to these guys, ladies and gentlemen. And the thing is this, that, you know, fighters and those divisions, I've said this before several times when it comes to talk of these divisions, a lot of credit isn't given to them, you know what I'm saying? A lot of limelight is not given to these fighters in those lower divisions. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for action, if you're looking for, you know, high volume punches, if you're looking for diversity of styles, you know, those are the divisions to watch. Obviously, you know, all divisions have it, but when you talk about action, high volume punches, you got to watch the lower divisions, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? We definitely saw this. I'm telling you, we definitely saw this in, you know, the co-main and main event, you know, Chocolatito, you know, versus Julio Cesar, you know what I'm saying? Also in Lara, okay, in Lara versus Emilio, which was the co-main. And I want to talk about this, break it down just a little bit, you know, give my just respect to these fighters, these warriors, man. I'm telling you, it was really action-packed. I was, a matter of fact, out of town, you know, handling some business out of town. I came right back home at night, you know, Saturday night, just in time to watch these fights, just in time to watch the co-main and main event of this, you know, DAZN event, what have you. Now, just to, you know, just to emphasize a little bit more what I'm saying as far as, you know, the lower divisions bringing that action, you know what I'm saying? You see it in Fulton, not the same division, but, you know, Brandon Figueroa, you know, these lighter weight guys, you know, Fulton versus Angelo Leo, you know, beautiful fight, man. Tremaine Williams versus Angelo Leo some time ago. I called that fight, if I remember correctly. I know, I'm telling you, they just bring the action. You know, there's a beauty, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what I want to point out here. Lara versus Emilio, okay, and Chocolatito versus Julio Cesar, okay. There's beauty in this inside fighting, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are inside fighters, you know. They use their footwork in unique manners. I'm not talking about the footwork that we see in Jerome Ennis, you know, that we have seen throughout many years and we have appreciated in Floyd Mayweather, you know what I'm saying, Jr. And a myriad of fighters out there who use their footwork, you know what I'm saying, using the ring, you know, using their range. I'm not talking about that kind of footwork, but there is also a unique type of footwork depending on the styles that you see in certain fighters. You see it in Chocolatito, man, and you see it in, you know, especially in Chocolatito, which I want to highlight in a moment. But this inside fighting, ladies and gentlemen, there's just some beauty to it. There's beauty to it. There's an art, there's a craft to this, you know what I'm saying, to the sport, which is why, you know, that's one of the elements that makes the sport so beautiful. Like when you go to the co-main event, okay. But before I get to that, as a matter of fact, so many things I want to talk about in this. Like, you know, that's why I just want to highlight a little bit more, you know, what I was saying at the beginning of this video, that, you know, these lower divisions, they bring action. You had Franco versus Maloney. There was a trilogy. I talked about that recently when they had that trilogy fight 3 times, ladies and gentlemen, and all these fights were action packed. Franco versus Maloney, 1, 2, and 3. I just forgot what division. I think they're at 126, if I remember correctly. Franco versus Maloney, ladies and gentlemen, lower division, just action-packed fight. High volume punches. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, you got some great names in these divisions, and we got to respect them because, like I'm saying, and another point here, with these lower divisions, man, they don't get the respect they deserve. These guys travel overseas to fight several times. You go to Luis Neri, he's gone to Japan twice. A lot of people don't even put the spotlight on that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, a lot of times we just focus on, and that's what I think is sad. I've said it before several times, that we focus more on the higher divisions, on the heavier divisions, which is great, yes, but we got to put that same emphasis on all these divisions where we see these guys, man, they're just giving a lot of entertainment in that ring. Definitely. You got Neri, who went to Japan twice, and you got Lara, who fought Warrington twice, and Lara went to the UK twice. And both those fights, he went all the way to the UK to fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, we got to give the respect to these, warriors who go overseas and fight, man, and just give wonderful performances. You got Lara, just going to repeat that, because Lara, we had him in the undercard, so in the co-main event. So, like, Lara fought Warrington. He fought him once. He knocked out Warrington. The second fight in the rematch in the UK again, it was ruled a no contest, if I remember correctly, because I think there was a headbutt, and I think Warrington got injured in the eye or something like that, above his eye or something like that, big cut, and they had to call it off. So, and the cool thing about this, I'm telling you, the reason why I'm saying this is so you can anticipate, ladies and gentlemen, these fights in the future, in these divisions, with these fighters. I mean, Lara talked about, if I'm not mistaken, in the lead up to the Emilio fight, which was the co-main of Chocolatito versus Julio Cesar. Lara talked about having a trilogy with Warrington. Oh my, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, and that's what I think is next for Lara. It should be next. If there's going to be a Lara versus Warrington trilogy, it's going to be fireworks, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, those styles mesh beautifully for action. You know what I'm saying? So keep an eye out for that for Lara. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, getting back to this. So now Lara and Emilio, they were just going at it from the get-go. First round, you know what this reminded me? This reminded me kind of, no, they're not the same styles. No, they're probably not the high IQ as these, legends. But, Hearns and Hagler, man, they just, first round action started going at it. I'm telling you, the commentators, man, in Spanish, they were like, no, there's no one round studying in this. You typically hear that with fighters, commentators, what I'm saying, ringside commentary. They say, it's the first round. It's the first round where they're just studying their opponent, or, none of that. Forget that. They just go at it. Lara and Emilio, man, the event was in San Diego, if I'm not mistaken. Man, first round, they just started going out. The crowd was pleased. I'm telling you, it kind of resonated. It resonated, Hearns and Hagler, just to a certain degree, obviously. I'm not saying, man, they probably is skilled or what have you, but whatever. Action. I'm talking about action. First round, they started going at it. A lot of the thing here about Lara, man, he just throws them power punches, and it hurts. To the body, hooks to the body, man. Emilio also had a lot of rocked for a moment. Lara knocked down Emilio the first round. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a beautiful fight, man. They were going back and forth. Emilio, if I remember correctly, hurt Lara in the second round, man. Emilio, that was a type of fight, ladies and gentlemen, where, any of them, either one could have won. Either one could have won by knockout, be a knockout, because Emilio had a lot of hurt for a minute. I'm saying Lara was kind of backing up, and just Emilio throwing those uppercuts, beautiful uppercuts on the inside, and just a beautiful fight, overall. Lara won by KO, vicious KO. Like I said, Lara knocked down Emilio in the first round, and I think it was a third round knockout. And the awesome thing about this was this, really caught my attention, man. Lara, I think it was a third round, 2 minutes, 59 seconds, knockout. 1 second before the bell rang, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, Lara rocked Emilio. Then Emilio started backing up to the corner, and Lara just threw a vicious, man, hook. 3-punch combo, if I'm mistaken, while Emilio was in the corner, hurt. And just his, Lara out of nowhere, right hook, right on the chin, right on the butt, and just a beautifully, positioned, beautifully accurate hook, man, to that. And that hook, man, and you know what, it's funny, it's just a trip. So many references. Remember when Wilder fought, I think it was Stavern, think it was the rematch. I think they fought twice, right? Wilder versus Stavern 2. And do you remember, ladies and gentlemen, that just came to my mind right now, you know, when Stavern went down and the way he fell, like his knees were bent while he was on the floor. I don't know if you can kind of envision that, but if you see that, how Wilder just put Stavern to sleep, that's exactly how Emilio fell. That's exactly how he fell against the ropes in the corner. Just a vicious knockout, man. That knockout, and I'm telling you, Lara went in for the kill, because I've said this before several times, ladies and gentlemen, you know, when it comes to fighters, when they see their opponents hurt, you got to go for the kill. And a lot of these fighters don't do that, man. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? They let the fight slip away from their hands, or the possible victory, you know, or the possible knockout from their hands. Lara didn't do that, man. He saw Emilio hurt. He went for the kill. As it is, man, a lot of his punches, they're all power punches. I'm telling you, man. And, you know, when he hurt Emilio, he just went at him like a pit bull, man. And it was just a beautiful knockout. Good thing that, you know, Emilio was fine. Commentators, you know what I'm saying, they were kind of worried. They're, you know, and I was too. You know, when I saw him go down like that, it looked like it was lights out. Lights out. And the way he fell, it looked pretty serious. You know what I'm saying? It really did. And, great sportsmanship between the two, man. Lara, you know, holding up Emilio's hand at the end, you know, to the crowd, and get back to that. When I mentioned the crowd, I mean, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, you got to put more emphasis on these lower divisions. That's why this channel is about, you know, respecting all the fighters that I see. You know, obviously, like I said, time to time, I don't have time to see all these freaking fighters. There's so many, but you know, the time that I take out to see certain events and certain fights in whatever division they are in, I'm going to give my respect, and I'm definitely, you know, if it's worthwhile. Why do I say it's worthwhile? Because there are some fights that are just, you know, they are not entertaining at all. You know what I'm saying? They're just sloppy, dirty fights. And y'all know my last videos. Y'all check them out. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And sometimes I just change the freaking channel. When there were fights like that, I just, you know, get out of here. I just change the channel. When it's just a bunch of clinching, wrestling, headlocks, what kind of fight is this? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, the crowd, ladies and gentlemen, you know, the crowd, it reminded me of like a UK crowd, you know, and you know the thing, and I just give credit to whom credit, you know, you just gotta exalt what is true, what is real, you know what I'm saying? What are facts? I've said it time and time again, man, concerning the UK atmosphere. Salute to that, you know, that to the fans over there, the boxing fans in the UK. They just, when they come, they really come with, you know, with energy. You know what I'm saying? The atmosphere is full energy. The crowd goes wild, you know, they love to see action too. And that's what helps fighters too, as a matter of fact, you know, and that's what we saw in San Diego, man. And that, you know, Lara versus Emilio, round one, the crowd was just going wild. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, that's what boxing is about. That's true entertainment, you know what I'm saying? It was definitely worth watching. If you didn't see that Lara versus Emilio fight, and if you did not see Chocolatito versus Julio Cesar, you're doing yourself a disservice. You really are, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I enjoyed every second. You know, when I was watching the Lara Emilio fight, man, I was like, whoa, oh, you know, I felt like I was in the crowd, you know what I'm saying? So it was just beautiful stuff, man. So you gotta check that out. You know, what's next for Lara? Like I said earlier, has to be Lara versus Warrington. You know, they're high up there in the rankings. Not on all the sanctioned bodies, but you know, Lara and Warrington, they're like 3 and 4. I just don't remember which sanctioned body. I think WBA or what have you. I really don't know. Whatever, WBC or something. But you know, they deserve a trilogy. And like I said, you got to keep an eye out for Lara. I mean, he's not you know, defensively speaking, he's not the best. He got some decent upper body movement. You know what I'm saying? Head movement to a certain degree. You know what I mean? But he needs to work on the you know, the defense. But you know, he's not too bad on defense. Not too bad, but he does get hit quite a bit. Lara has a chin. Matter of fact, when you go back to the Lara Warrington fight, when you go back to Lara and Warrington 1, the first fight, Lara was getting touched up quite a bit. So he does have to work on the defense a little bit, but he got his chin. This guy has a chin, ladies and gentlemen. So, I mean, I think that should be next for Lara, man. The Lara and Warrington fight. And I'm telling you, if you see soon news of Lara Warrington trilogy, you have to tune in. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, you have to tune in. It's definitely worth watching. Now, Chocolatito, the co-main event, Chocolatito versus Julio Cesar. Like I said earlier, man, also Julio Cesar, as you know, what I don't like about this, man, he's missed weight several times, you know, in some of his fights. If I'm not mistaken, he didn't make weight in this fight for Chocolatito fight, man. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, it was just, this fight, man, was for the WBC Diamond belt. You know what I think about those belts, okay? I really don't care, okay? And that's probably why Julio Cesar, I don't know, man, he didn't make weight, but it was still for that I wouldn't even want to call it a title, okay? But anyways, it was for that, diamond belt, okay? Um, Julio Cesar missed weight. I just don't know by how much, okay? He moved up though. That's a trip, Isn't that a trip that I think he was over. He was over 115. I just don't remember how much, okay? That's a trip though, because Julio Cesar, he moved up from, I think it was 113 to 112 to 115 to fight Chocolatito. Respect, because you already know, ladies and gentlemen, that Estrada, El Gallo Estrada, he had to get out of that fight with Chocolatito, which was going to be a trilogy if I remember correctly, because of the virus. Okay, I get it. Now there are some fighters where I doubt it, where they got coronavirus. That's just me, okay? Where they got the Rona and they had to all of a sudden pull out magically. You know what I'm saying? But Estrada is one of those guys that I believe. But that's just me, okay? That's just me. So he was sick. He had to pull out of the Chocolatito fight. And respect, I'm telling you, a lot of fighters don't do this. A lot of fighters don't do this, ladies and gentlemen. What Julio Cesar did, you know what I'm saying? Moving up to fight Chocolatito to replace Estrada. Moving up, I gotta repeat that. Moving up to fight Chocolatito to replace Estrada. He moved up and did that, okay? A lot of fighters do it in the fight against the opponent in that division where there's a replacement. But man, salute to Julio Cesar. I know there's controversy, but I think he's a clean fighter, man, as of late, okay? There has been some controversy with him, just as there's controversy with a lot of these guys. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's why I don't really get to that drug stuff talk. Okay, sometimes I do, and I do express my disappointment. I do express my disappointment when it comes to fighters popping dirty. But if you're not popping dirty, hey, my respect, man. So Julio Cesar, as of late, from what I know, he's not popping dirty. Okay, so we can just put that aside, right? I don't really focus too much on that when it comes to that, because, anyways. But Julio Cesar, man, respect to him because he moved up a division to fight Chocolatito, man. To replace Estrada. Respect to that. And Julio Cesar in the Canelo camp or what have you, right? Training camp. And it's a trip because Julio Cesar, he didn't make weight, so I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, he came in bigger, and I think that was a plan. Okay, I think that was part of the plan for Julio Cesar to come in, weighing heavier to hit harder. And I think the game plan, because that's Julio Cesar, man, he comes to knock you out. I think the game plan from Julio Cesar was to knock out Chocolatito. But I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, it's just sad. It's just sad to see that Chocolatito, Estrada, all these guys, they deserve so much more of the limelight. They deserve so much more. Chocolatito, man, he's a multi-divisional champ. He should be in the pound per pound. I don't even do the freaking pound per pound talk, okay? But those who know the sport, okay, and I'm not saying I'm a freaking expert in this stuff. I've said it so many times. Call me casual, I don't care. But what I do know is that Chocolatito, man, multi-divisional champ, I think he deserves to be on the pound for pound list, okay? Anybody who doesn't say that or I acknowledge that, I don't know what to say, man. You know what I'm saying? There's something for everybody. You know what I'm saying? There's a mindset for everyone out there, I guess. But man, Chocolatito deserves some mad respect, man. For Julio Cesar Chavez to move up and fight him to replace as a replacement, I'm telling you, man. So I think that was the game plan. Julio Cesar Chavez, I was gonna say. Julio Cesar, I think his game plan was to come in heavier, stronger, to knock out Chocolatito. It looked like at a point too, Julio Cesar had Chocolatito hurt. You know what I'm saying? But man, Chocolatito, I was saying earlier, talking about the inside game, inside fighting. His side steps, the way he pivots too on the inside to put the pressure on you, to counter you, and as far as not giving Julio Cesar room to breathe. That's what Chocolatito does, and that's what he did against Julio Cesar. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, for what, I just got a whole new level of respect for Chocolatito. I personally thought, man, that Estrada and the Chocolatito and Estrada rematch, I thought Estrada was going to knock out Chocolatito. I had Estrada winning before they even fought. I personally thought, you know what, Estrada's going to go in there. Because if I remember correctly what Estrada did to Cuadras, when Estrada fought Cuadras, I think that was before the Chocolatito rematch, that convinced me to say, you know what, I think that Estrada's going to go in there and knock out Chocolatito. But was I proven wrong? And I was proven wrong by Chocolatito, his skill, his experience. And one of the reasons why also I thought Chocolatito was going to get knocked out by Estrada in their last fight, because when Chocolatito fought Rung Vasai, if I'm not pronouncing that name, sorry, but I'm horrible with names. Rung Vasai, if I remember correctly, I think he got knocked out. I think Chocolatito got knocked out by Rung Vasai. And I thought that convinced me also, you know what, Chocolatito, he can get knocked out, man, if you hit him hard enough in the right spot. And I thought Estrada was going to knock out Chocolatito in the rematch. But lo and behold, man, he surprised Chocolatito, man. He debatably lost, against Estrada, which is why I was so. This is exactly why I was anticipating so much the Chocolatito and Estrada trilogy, man. Justice needs to be served in that. Estrada won debatably in that fight, which I don't think was a win. Okay, that's just but that's boxing, man. That's what it is with these freaking judges, man. But whatever. Anyways, so the power that Julio Cesar brought, man, into that ring against Chocolatito, I thought there was he hurt Chocolatito in the round. I just forgot which round it was, but man, I'm telling Chocolatito, man, he has a chin, man. Oh my gosh, that was a beautiful fight. Just beautiful inside work from Chocolatito. He really, he won by unanimous decision. He won easily. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, there's no excuses here, okay? That's another point I gotta say here. I'm not even gonna try to babysit. I don't babysit fighters. Y'all know what I do, and I think it's sad to see. Whatever. It's sport of boxing. It's just part of the community. It's part of the world, the boxing world, the boxing community, where you got fans out there that they babysit their fighters, and their fighter never does wrong. I don't do that. Okay. I mean, I speak what it is. Why am I saying this? Because there's no freaking excuses for Julio Cesar. He put on a wonderful performance too. Julio Cesar, man. He really does need to work on the defense, though, man. I don't know why Chocolatito, man, with his his expertise in that ring, Chocolatito, man, he's gonna make you appreciate his performance. If you haven't seen him fight much, go watch the Julio Cesar versus Chocolatito fight. Please go watch it. This made me appreciate even more, and just gave me a new level of respect for him, for Chocolatito, man, and for inside fighting. That's something I really wanted to highlight in this video. The inside fighting that Chocolatito brought against Julio Cesar. Man, his defense is pretty high, man. Chocolatito, a lot of people think, and I used to think a lot too, inside fighters don't have the best defense. I mean, that's just totally erroneous. Go back to I just mentioned earlier, go back to Fulton and Angelo Leo. When you see Fulton and Angelo Leo, Fulton, his defense was immaculate, fighting all on the inside. Mainly on the inside he was fighting. He just totally changed up the game plan. There's beautiful, fighters, a fighter who fights on the inside the right way, they have wonderful defense. Chocolatito is one of those fighters. I mean, like I said, the way he sidestepped, the way he pivoted, in order to pressure you more. When Julio Cesar, got out of the ropes, he ran out of the ropes. Chocolatito knew how to just cut the ring off and just pressure Julio Cesar. And Julio Cesar he was inviting Chocolatito to the ropes, which was a very bad idea. You don't do that against Chocolatito, ladies and gentlemen. Chocolatito is parrying the jab. There's so many things to talk about. I can't fit it in this video, but parrying the jab, looking for openings, and bam, just hooks around the guard. And a lot of the times, Julio Cesar didn't even have his guard up, man. That was just big no-no. Matter of fact, Canelo, this reminded me of when Canelo was yelling at, Oscar Valdez when he fought Consequia. I just saw clips. I didn't see that fight. And y'all know why, if you know why, okay? But respect to Oscar Valdez, but in that fight, I didn't watch it, okay? But there's reasons to why. Go watch my videos, you'll see why, okay? But reminds me of Canelo when he was screaming at Oscar Valdez, man. There's some pictures of, Canelo screaming at Oscar, giving him some tips, and that he wasn't following what it was supposed to be. And that's what, Canelo, if I remember correctly, because he was at the fight. He was at the, Julio Cesar, rooting his fighter on. Julio Cesar versus Chocolatito fight. Canelo was there near the ropes practically, what I'm saying? And yelling, because Julio Cesar, man, he wasn't following the game plan. He just got, but man, I'm telling you, at the same time, I got to respect Julio Cesar, man. He gave a fight. He fought back. The referee, towards the end of the fight, as a matter of fact, it looked like he was going to stop the fight. He was very, the referee was very, very attentive. He paid a lot of attention to Julio Cesar because Julio Cesar was getting hurt at the end, man. But he kept fighting back. That's the thing. That's the point here I want to make. That's why I gotta respect Julio Cesar, man. He was fighting back to the end. Even though, man, Chocolatito, he was just fighting in the openings, man. He was just boxing wonderfully. Wonderfully. Hooks to the liver shots, man. Body shots, hooks, upstairs, just parrying the jab. Boom. Combos upstairs, jabs, straight jabs. Whiplashing Julio Cesar, his neck, his face back. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's just a masterpiece by Chocolatito, ladies and gentlemen. And he proved me wrong. Look back to that point I was saying earlier. Chocolatito proved me wrong, man. I personally thought that, like I said, I thought he was going to get knocked out by Estrada when they fought the last time. And I thought in this fight, Julio Cesar was possibly, I didn't make a prediction or anything like that, but I thought, you know what, there's a big possibility Julio Cesar is going to knock out Chocolatito, man. Because go back to Chocolatito's trajectory in the sport. A lot of wear and tear, but he's not showing it. And that's what's proving me wrong. That's what Chocolatito, man, he's proven me wrong. Just, man, you would think after 51 some odd fights Chocolatito has under his belt, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 54 fights total, something like that. I don't know, a lot of fights though. You would think the wear and tear would show, but ladies and gentlemen, Chocolatito looked great, wonderful in the ring against Julio Cesar, wonderful. His skills, the season, he's so seasoned, just a vet. He's a vet. He deserves. I don't follow that Hall of Fame stuff, but yeah, whatever. But this guy, Chocolatito, deserves to be in the Hall of Fame if he's not. If he's not, what a freaking shame. Yeah, that's what sucks about the sport, ladies and gentlemen. People who deserve certain, stature, some fighters out there who deserve prominence, and that level of prominence and respect and accolades. Sometimes these freaking, boxing officials don't do it. And Hall of Fame, no doubt. Pound for pound, no doubt. You put them whatever, I don't know, on the list, number 1, 2, 3, I don't know, it's too freaking controversial with the pound for pound stuff. That's why I don't do that talk, okay? But y'all know who have been rocking me for a minute, y'all know why I say that. But he deserves pound for pound, he deserves Hall of Fame, ladies and gentlemen, and he proved me wrong. Chocolatito proved me wrong in this fight against Julio Cesar, man. No wear and tear. Just man. And if you didn't watch that fight, you're doing yourself a disservice if you're a fan of the sport of boxing. I'm telling you. Go back and watch that fight if you didn't. Both of those fights. But, it was just action-packed, beautiful stuff. And I don't really care who the promoter is, man. Shouts out to Eddie Hearn. Shouts out to the DAZN platform. I really don't care, and I don't get into that. PBC's better, and, Top Rank's better, and, Ludabella and Probellum. And I really don't freaking care. I just want to see some great fights. That's what I want to see. And, Eddie Hearn did it this time. I'm not saying he never does it, but this time he did it. You did it, man. Hey, shouts out to you, Eddie Hearn. DAZN, shouts out to that, man. I mean, I'm telling you. Beautiful fights, co-main, main event, Oh, yeah, this is what I want to say to finish. Chocolatito, Estrada, that's the next fight that has to happen. The trilogy. Chocolatito deserves to get another chance for them WBC. That WBC, and I think it's a WBA belt. I think Estrada has those 2 belts. So, oh man, they got it. This fight has to happen. Chocolatito and Estrada trilogy. Ladies and gentlemen, get it. Get this fight in. And Estrada, once again, I got to reiterate, respect to Estrada. And I don't doubt he got sick. So it is what it is. Things happen, you know what I'm saying? So, and I think Estrada, with all his heart, wants to go and fight Chocolatito. And vice versa. So, Chocolatito, man, he's a warrior. Warrior. Salute to Nicaragua, man. I'm telling you. And salute to Julio Cesar, man. Coming from, Ciudad de Mexico, man. Salute to that, Mexican heart. Man, that was just beauty stuff. Beautiful stuff, ladies and gentlemen. So, hey, it is what it is. Go ahead and comment in the comment section. Thank you guys so much, man. So much, express what you thought concerning these 2 fights. If you saw them, if you didn't, go watch them. Go watch them. One more thing real quick. The Chocolatito Julio Cesar fight kind of resonated. Not the same, of course, no fight's the same, but it resonated and it kind of reminded me of Triple G Canelo. I'm telling you, it was kind of like that. They were both going back and forth. Yeah, the styles are kind of different, but Chocolatito kind of reminded me of a Triple G style. Chocolatito, Triple G style, kind of. Julio Cesar, kind of, because they're not the same, kind of Canelo style, because he would come to the ropes as Canelo was doing the Triple G. I mean, it was kind of resonated that. Though, Canelo versus Triple G fights, those were action fights, man. 1 and 2. And y'all know what I think about a trilogy between Canelo and Triple G. Check out my channel if you're new. You'll see what I think, okay? But you got to give respect to him. Credit is due, ladies and gentlemen. Canelo and Triple G, 1 and 2, freaking action. And that's exactly what Chocolatito and Julio Cesar brought to that, ring Saturday night. Action. Lara Emilio, action. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, Renee Boxing on the platform where we simply discuss, critique, and analyze, and simply talk about sport of boxing in a level-headed, coherent, mature fashion. Subscribers since day one, as I always say, recent subscribers, you guys are all awesome. Hit the notification bell, you know what I'm saying? Hit the subscribe if you're new to this channel. Go ahead and support if you feel like it. It's all there in the description. Check it out, you know what I'm saying? Like it up, Renee Boxing. Peace out, fam.